All right, so 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 2, and cause them to be written paper, for they are faithful and true. Okay, because the Lord's faithful. Okay, true. So the Lord's faithful, and it's the truth. Because this is why, we say, hey, do you know the truth? See that? Remember how, remember Morpheus? All right, remember that movie, The Matrix? You guys ever seen that out there? All right, remember, it was a big deal because the masses, they were, in that system. Okay, they didn't know. Only a few people knew what was really going on. Okay, all right. So that's the elect. Okay, that is the remnant. All right. So what also happened? Okay, because they know because remember Neo Morpheus. Okay, as they knew the truth. Okay, it made him also a target. Okay, because those of us that know the truth, okay, you're a target. Okay, let's say you don't even you don't teach, but you listen to, you listen to the videos, the breakdowns. You have a target on your back. What you got to understand out here is that the left-hand side is trying very hard to bring their new world order. See, so this is why they're banning stuff, making new laws. See that? Because they're in desperation mode right now. All right, but remember, Yahweh Shai already got the victory. So basically, our enemies are at they're at desperation mode. Yeah, they're in desperation mode at this point. So it's we're about to see a lot of things out here. Okay. All right. So 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Okay. So fear not. All right. That's another thing that's very important. Okay. Fear not. All right. One thing when you come to serve the Lord, okay, you gotta be a man or a strong, woman. Okay, you can't be no coward. You can't be faint-hearted. All right. You gotta be, a strong person in this thing. Okay. All right. Remember, we serve the living God, the living power. All right, so you gotta understand that. Fear not the imaginations against thee. So yeah, imagine when people imagine, because like Pharaoh, remember Pharaoh? He imagined. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go kill the Israelites. What happened? The Lord killed him. All right. So same thing with the Edomites. Okay, they're oh, we're gonna separate your families. We're gonna put you in camps. This is what they're thinking, Oh yeah, we're gonna cut off the word. Go for it, Esau. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. Facts. All right, because it doesn't matter what they imagine or what they think. Oh yeah. So this is why